Hey, friends, are you working out two, three, four times a week, but find it really challenging to get up the energy to actually initiate those workouts? The answer might surprise you, but it could be that you need more frequency. But first, you might be asking yourself, why is it so hard to get going on those days that you're trying to get a workout in? What actually might be causing that challenge is called activation energy. And activation energy is the energy required to get the motion going, to put on your shoes to go for that run, or get dressed to go to the gym, or plan for those exercise events. There's a lot of energy that comes with that. Think about it this way: you have to create some inertia to get moving, you got to create the momentum. I know that for me personally, I do a lot better once I have momentum going, once I have that frequency. And when I suggest that you may want to look at increasing your frequency, I don't necessarily mean like you have to duplicate exactly what you're doing. For example, if you are, we'll use the example of going to the gym. Maybe you go to the gym three times a week and your workouts look like whatever they look at. Maybe you're lifting weights three times a week. The frequency component of it, say with this three time a week example, may be sprinkling in walking on those other days, or yoga, or stretching, or mobility, or something fun that's a physical activity, but you're doing it at the same time of the day. You're using that same calendar block, if you will, to do these other activities. And what that will do is create that rhythm. It'll create that momentum that will help reduce that activation energy required. You won't have to worry about the decision fatigue that comes with activation energy. Okay, it's my day to train, so now I have to do all these things. And you might be thinking about your work day or your family or all the things you need to do. Whereas when you get the frequency in place, you just you learn, it becomes a habit like brushing your teeth. You just, at that time of day, it's okay. You just get on autopilot, so to speak. When that time of day comes, you just hit the ground running, and you're either going for your walk, or you're going for your strength training, or you're doing whatever it is that you're doing on that day. But it becomes second nature, it becomes a habit. And there's a lot less effort involved in thinking and deciding and talking yourself out of why you're not going to go today. Guilty as charged here. So, a couple reasons why the frequency model may work well for you is one, because it creates a bit of muscle memory. Like I mentioned, if you're committing to doing something same time of day, every day, or at least 5, 6 days a week, you build muscle memory. You build mental familiarity. Like I said before, it becomes a bit of a habit, autopilot. I previously mentioned reduced decision fatigue. So you don't have to expend that mental energy going, okay, like now I need to do it. What do I need to do to prep? Am I going to do it? Am I too tired from my day? If you go in the morning, the bed feels really warm. Do I want to get out of the bed? That sort of stuff. You reduce it. It just becomes a habit. You go and you do the thing. Because if you're moving and you're doing things every day or almost every day, there's the inherent benefits of exercise that come with that. So it creates a positive feedback loop. And then to an earlier point, you're reducing the inertia. You just get up and you do it. It becomes a daily thing, and you don't have to struggle with the back and forth of, do I want to do this? Do I have to do this? What do I need to do to prepare for this kind of thing? So, just to recap, if you find it challenging to get moving and do your health and wellness and exercise routine because you're doing it a couple times a week, a few times a week, you may want to add more frequency to the mix. And again, it doesn't have to be exactly the same thing. If you're doing strength training three times a week, it doesn't mean you need to strength train six times a week. It just means you should consider doing something in those windows on a daily basis. Again, if you're strength training, you might sprinkle in walking or jogging, or a group class, or mobility, or anything that just gets you moving. Tai Chi, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be strenuous. doesn't have to be the same thing, but building that frequency builds the habits that takes the decision fatigue away and reduces activation energy. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Feel free to like, share, and I'll see you next time. Take care.